You know what is funny? The mistake first-time Honda owners make usually isn't something they do on purpose. It's something they do not do because they think, it's a Honda, it'll be fine. I used to think the same way. But after spending time reading Honda's own maintenance guides and seeing the same questions come up from new owners over and over again, I realized the first year is when most of these mistakes happen. And the crazy part is, almost all of them are easy to avoid once you know what to look for. So before your first year of ownership gets away from you, let's talk about the mistakes that are easiest to make and easiest to avoid. Mistake number 1, skipping maintenance because it's a Honda. Let's be honest, this mistake doesn't happen because people don't care about their car. It happens because they've heard the same thing for years. It's a Honda. That reputation is exactly why so many people like me buy one in the first place. They know Hondas are reliable, so they assume they can put off small maintenance jobs because nothing is going to happen. And that, my friends, is the trap. A Honda can absolutely last for hundreds of thousands of miles, but only if you keep up with the basics. Things like checking the engine oil, tire pressure, coolant, and following the recommended service schedule still matter. A Honda can last a really long time, but only if you keep up with the basics. Mistake number 2, not understanding the break-in period. I get why people do it because it's easy to think, the car feels fine, so everything must be fine. I've caught myself thinking the exact same way. But the problem is, cars don't always tell you something's wrong right away. By the time you actually notice a problem, you've often missed the chance to fix it while it was still something small. So if regular maintenance is so important, what's the very first mistake many new owners make before they even reach their first service? Well, isn't the answer obvious? It's how they treat the car during those first few hundred miles. A lot of people either drive their brand new Honda much harder than they should, or become so careful that they're actually afraid to use it normally. Neither approach is ideal, and that's why understanding the break-in period is more important than most first-time owners realize. And honestly, this was one of the first things I wanted to understand after buying my Honda. So next, let's talk about what the break-in period actually means, because there's a lot of confusion around it. Let's clear something up because this confused me too. When people hear the words break-in period, they usually fall into one of two groups. One group says you have to drive like your grandma for the first few hundred miles. The other says modern Hondas don't need a break-in period at all. Neither one is completely right. The goal isn't to baby the car, and it definitely isn't to drive it like you stole it on day one. Those first few hundred miles give the engine, transmission, brakes, and other moving parts time to wear in naturally. That's why it's a good idea to avoid constant high speeds, hard acceleration, or pushing the car to its limits right away. I know it's tempting. You finally have your new Honda sitting in the driveway, and all you want to do is see what it can really do. Trust me, waiting just a little while is worth it. Those first few hundred miles are a small investment if your goal is to keep the car running its best for years. So once the break-in period is over, can you finally stop thinking about maintenance until the dashboard tells you it's time for service? Mistake number 3, ignoring the maintenance minder. Not really. This is where another rookie mistake starts to show up. A lot of first-time owners assume that if nothing feels wrong, there's nothing to worry about. But Honda gives you a built-in system that's designed to tell you exactly when your car needs attention, and ignoring it is one of the easiest ways to fall behind on maintenance. Which brings us to mistake number 3, and it's something almost every Honda owner looks at every day without fully understanding what it's trying to tell them. I'll be honest, when I bought my first Honda, I thought the maintenance minder was just another reminder to change the oil. Turns out, it's a lot smarter than that. Honda didn't add it just to remind you when it's time for an oil change. The system keeps track of how the car is being driven and lets you know when different types of maintenance are due. That's why you'll sometimes see letters and numbers appear instead of just a wrench icon. The mistake a lot of first-time owners make is seeing that reminder pop up and thinking, the car still drives perfectly, I'll take care of it next week. I've done that before with other things. You tell yourself you'll get around to it, then life gets busy, another week goes by, and before you know it, you've been driving around with a reminder on for much longer than you planned. That's exactly how people slowly fall behind on maintenance. It usually isn't because they're trying to neglect the car, they just keep putting it off because nothing feels wrong. The easiest way to avoid that is to treat the maintenance minder like a friendly reminder instead of an annoying dashboard light. Honda built the system to help you stay ahead of problems, not react to them after they've already happened. So if you're following the maintenance minder, does that mean you're completely covered? Mistake number 4, waiting for the tire pressure light. Nope. There's one simple thing many first-time Honda owners forget to check because they assume the car will warn them if something's wrong. The problem is, it usually won't. So far, we've talked about some of the biggest mistakes first-time Honda owners make, and we're only halfway through the list. I'm curious, which one surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments because I read every single one of them, and a lot of future videos actually come from your suggestions. And if you're enjoying the video so far, don't forget to subscribe. We make simple, practical videos that help you get the most out of your Honda without all the confusing technical jargon. Now, let's get into a mistake that's easy to ignore because your Honda still seems to drive perfectly fine, until one day it doesn't. I'll admit, this is something I didn't think much about either. I figured if one of my tires was low, the car would tell me. That's what the warning light is for, right? Well, not exactly. The tire pressure warning light is there to let you know something needs attention, but it shouldn't be the first time you think about your tires. Tire pressure naturally changes as the weather gets hotter or colder, and even a small drop can affect how the car drives, how evenly the tires wear, and even your fuel economy. The good news is that checking your tire pressure only takes a couple of minutes, but it's one of those little habits that can save you money in the long run. Your tires last longer, the car handles the way Honda intended, and you're less likely to be surprised by a warning light when you're already running late. It's funny how often the simple things make the biggest difference. Now, if you're checking your tire pressure regularly, does that mean you're doing everything you need to keep your Honda in good shape? Mistake number 5, trying to save money with cheap parts and fluids. There's another mistake that catches a lot of first-time owners because it doesn't have anything to do with tires or oil. It comes down to what you put into the car when it's finally time for maintenance. This is where mistake number 5 begins. Using the wrong fluids and cheap replacement parts just to save a little money. I totally get why people do this. You walk into a parts store or start shopping online, and suddenly you see 2 options sitting next to each other. One is the recommended part, and the other is a much cheaper alternative. At that moment, it's really tempting to think, how different can they actually be? What seems like a small detail can sometimes have a much bigger impact than you'd think. Honda designs its engines and other components to work with specific fluids and quality parts. Using the wrong engine oil, transmission fluid, or low-quality replacement parts might save you a little money today, but it can end up costing you much more if those parts don't perform the way they're supposed to. Now, that doesn't mean you have to buy every single part from a Honda dealership. There are plenty of high-quality aftermarket brands that make excellent replacement parts. The important thing is knowing you're buying something that actually meets Honda's specifications instead of choosing the cheapest option just because it's cheaper. I've learned that saving a few dollars today isn't worth it if it means replacing the same part again a few months later. Using the right parts and keeping up with maintenance is important, but what else are first-time Honda owners overlooking? Mistake number 6, ignoring small problems because the car still drives fine. Believe it or not, sometimes the biggest mistake isn't what people do, it's what they ignore. Small noises, tiny vibrations, or little changes in how the car feels are easy to brush off because the Honda still drives perfectly. But that's exactly how small problems quietly turn into expensive ones, which leads us straight to mistake number 6. This one is probably the easiest mistake to justify. You hear a tiny noise one morning, feel a slight vibration, or notice something that feels a little different. Then you drive the car the next day, and everything seems normal again. So you tell yourself, it's probably nothing. I've done that before too. The problem is, small issues rarely stay small forever. That unusual sound, slight vibration, or tiny fluid leak might not seem like a big deal today, but catching it early is almost always easier and cheaper than waiting until it becomes impossible to ignore. One thing I've learned is that your Honda is usually trying to tell you something long before a warning light ever comes on. You just have to pay attention. A lot of expensive repairs could have been much smaller jobs if they had been checked when the first signs appeared. That's one of the reasons Hondas have such a great reputation. Owners who keep them for a long time don't wait until something breaks. They deal with little problems before they become big ones. Keeping up with maintenance and fixing small problems early sounds like enough. But is it? Mistake number 7, never reading the owner's manual. Almost. There's one mistake that's so simple that most first-time owners don't even think about it. Ironically, the answer has been sitting in the glove box since the day they bought the car. You'd think that would cover everything, but there's one more mistake people make all the time: never opening the owner's manual. Be honest, when you bought your Honda, did you actually sit down and read the owner's manual? Yeah, neither did I. Most of us do the same thing. We throw it in the glove box, tell ourselves we'll read it later, and then completely forget it even exists. The funny thing is, that little book answers a lot of the questions new owners end up searching online. It explains the maintenance minder, recommended fluids, tire care, warning lights, and plenty of small features that most people don't even realize their Honda has. I know reading a car manual doesn't sound exciting, and I'm definitely not saying you need to read every single page. But spending even 20 minutes flipping through the sections that apply to your car can save you a lot of guessing later on. Sometimes the answer you're looking for is already sitting in the glove box. So if you've been taking care of your Honda and even read the owner's manual, is there anything else that first-time owners still overlook? Mistake number 8, only taking care of the engine. There is, and it's something almost everyone does without thinking. A lot of people focus on taking care of what's under the hood, but completely forget about the outside of the car. Over time, that can create problems that have nothing to do with the engine. And that's exactly where mistake number 8 begins. This is something I never really thought about until I started reading through Honda's maintenance tips. Most of us spend all our time worrying about the engine. We remember the oil changes, keep an eye on the coolant, and make sure the car gets serviced on time. Then we wash the outside once in a while and call it a day. The problem is, your Honda isn't just an engine. The paint, underbody, windshield, lights, and even the rubber seals around the doors need a little attention too. Dirt, mud, bird droppings, tree sap, and road salt can slowly damage the car if they're left sitting there for too long. It doesn't mean you need to spend every weekend detailing your car. Even a simple wash and taking a few extra minutes to clean underneath the vehicle every now and then can make a bigger difference than most people realize. It's one of those things that's easy to ignore because you don't see the damage happening overnight. You've kept the car clean, stayed on top of maintenance, and done everything right so far. But have you really avoided all the major first-year mistakes? Mistake number 9, thinking every Honda is maintained the same way. There's still 2 more mistakes that a lot of first-time Honda owners overlook. It doesn't seem like a big deal at first, but it influences almost everything we've talked about so far. In many cases, it's the difference between owning a Honda that stays reliable for years and one that starts developing avoidable problems much sooner. A lot of first-time owners hear advice from friends, watch a few videos online, or read comments saying, "That's how I maintain my Honda." The problem is, not every Honda is the same. Just because something works for your friend's Civic doesn't automatically mean it's the right approach for your Accord, CR-V, Pilot, or HR-V. Different models, engines, and driving conditions can all change what your car needs. I used to think if someone owned a Honda, their advice would apply to every Honda. But the more I looked into it, the more I realized that's not always true. Your owner's manual and maintenance schedule are written for your car, not someone else's. That's why it's always worth checking what Honda recommends before copying advice you find online. A few extra minutes of reading can save you from following advice that was never meant for your model in the first place. After everything we've covered, what's the one habit that helps some Honda owners keep their cars running reliably for years while others struggle with avoidable problems? Mistake number 10, thinking good habits can wait until later. The answer isn't a hidden maintenance trick or an expensive product. It's something much simpler than that. It's being consistent, and that's exactly what the final mistake is all about. If there's one thing I've realized while putting this video together, it's that none of these mistakes are huge on their own. Nobody wakes up one morning and suddenly ruins their Honda. It happens little by little. You skip checking the tire pressure because you're busy. You put off a service because the car still feels fine. You ignore a small noise because it goes away. Then those little habits slowly become your normal routine. The funny thing is, the opposite is true as well. Small good habits add up just as quickly. Checking your fluids every now and then, keeping an eye on your tires, following the service schedule, and paying attention when something doesn't feel right only takes a few extra minutes. But those few minutes can make a big difference over the years. I think that's why you hear so many stories about Hondas reaching incredibly high mileage. It isn't because those owners discovered some secret trick that nobody else knows about. It's because they stayed consistent long after the excitement of buying the car wore off. When I started researching this video, I thought I'd find 10 random mistakes that first-time Honda owners make. Instead, I found one simple pattern. Most of these mistakes don't happen because people don't care about their cars. They happen because people assume a Honda doesn't need much attention. The truth is, Hondas earn their reputation for reliability when owners keep up with the little things. Stay on top of the basics, deal with small problems early, and build good habits during your first year of ownership. Do that, and you'll be giving your Honda the best chance to stay reliable for many years to come. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. We appreciate your support and thanks for watching. Before you go, I found a hidden Honda setting that even the dealer didn't know about. If you want to know more about it, watch it right here.